The God of Scriptures is a God that is personal. He's a God that we can know. He's a God that is not only holy and lifted up and transcendent. He's not made out of the same substance that we are. There is a great creator-creature distinction. But though he dwells in a high and holy place, the Bible also says he dwells with those who have a humble heart. He is a God that will come and draw near to us and relate to us and speak to us and comfort us. And the God of Scriptures is a God that will draw us into a warm relationship with Him. I think it's important for us to see who God is, but I also think it's equally important to see that the knowledge of God comes to us through the sufficiency of Scriptures. We need not look to other religious beliefs. We need not look to pagan philosophers who built out a impersonal being, Aristotle, Plato, and various other classical philosophers and modern philosophers, and even postmodern philosophers. They all err in their understanding of who God is. Because in all these pagan philosophy conceptions of God, God ends up being an impersonal being. He becomes a being that you can know through knowing propositions, but not in a being that you can know in a personal way. So I want this book to lead us into a greater relationship with God, and that's extremely important to me. And I also think it's important for us to see that our knowledge of God is limited to what is revealed through revelation. God has revealed Himself through natural revelation and special revelation, and all that He says in natural revelation is repeated in special revelation, the Scriptures. So Scriptures are sufficient in leading us to the knowledge of God. I look back over the study and this controversy on the doctrine of God and the role of pagan philosophy in understanding God, and I see that God had led me into this study over 15 years ago when I began to study the old medieval theologians and studying people like Dionysius, Thomas Aquinas. And so it's been a lifelong study that has led to this great interest in seeing the relationship between the Scriptures and natural revelation. And I firmly believe that pagan philosophy is not the same thing as natural revelation. That natural revelation is uniquely distinct. It's revelation from above, while pagan philosophy is a discovery of man's achievement from below. And these things are contrary to one another. And pagan philosophy leads to a God that's incompatible with the God of Scriptures. I've written this book for the person in the pew more than the academic or the scholar. It's for pastors and those who are seeking to understand who God is. It does deal with some heavy issues, and it does deal with some things that get a little academic in places. But I seek to explain everything as I go and assume that the reader has no previous understanding in this topic. And so I believe it could be helpful for the scholar, it could be helpful for the pastor, and for the person who is just seeking to know what the Bible says about who God is.